Okay, I got a solution, which is a bit of a workaround, but I think it's fine. Um, so we set up the common events, but all these events are going to do are transfer you to the place where the event should be. So this is the transfer here. It's going to take us to an event, and in here is where I'll create an auto run event that will erase itself, and then at the end we'll just call the plugin command to return to where we were. So just to show that that is actually working, get rid of that again. So we'll go this one, and then I love you too. They come together, they kiss, and now nothing happens. So I can't move, I'm invisible, I can't open the menu, I can't do anything here. So this is where I will create another command. Um, End event. It's going to say end event. There's going to be no arguments. All it's going to do is call some code. So let's have a variable here that says map ID or something like return map ID. Now I'm aware you can do this map ID, map X, map Y with just variables. You can add them here and then say control variable equal to the map ID or the player's X and Y position, and then you can do transfer player and then you do it by variable with the ID here. Like that's great and all, but it does mean you have to set that up for each event, or at the very least you would have to set that up in a common event to grab map data, and then every event you run you would have to then call grab map data. So it just adds this quite a bit of overhead to each event you want to set up, whereas if we just set up a bit of code that says return from the event or end the event, we'll just store this when we transfer or before we transfer, and then we'll just return there at the end as well. Map facing. And we'll just grab all that up on moving. So let's see, where do we want that? Um, um, where's the game interpreter? Okay, here all is here. I think it's .x, .y, and direction. And what about map ID? Game map ID. Lovely. Right, so we want to transfer and then undo all this stuff we've done. End event equals false. So essentially they cancel. I want to enable this. And then how do we transfer map? Transfer player. Okay, maybe we can just do this. Turn map ID. Let's just take some new lines. Not sure what the last one is meant to be. Maybe a number? 0, 1, and 2. We'll just put in 0 and see if that does it. Oh, and we didn't return from the event. So here we should be able to do plugin command, end event. Maybe need to put that before it. We'll see. We'll just see. Oh yeah, of course. This set wait mode. Um, so how do we set? Um, New game interpreter. Okay, so we've got game map, this interpreter. So let's see if we can do game map dot interpreter set wait mode. Almost, almost. I don't know where we are. Huh. Oh, I bet I didn't actually catch that. I didn't perform this. So when we say OK, this set return map data. Okay, so we do it at the start. Okay, this is looking good. I think we're almost there. Okay, and then we just need to. Did we not undo this stuff? Set through, set opacity. This looks like all of it here, so we'll turn through off, set opacity back to full. Almost. Almost there. I would like that to happen after, but I'm not sure if it works like that. No, it doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to do it. Right, so do I tint screen? Let's start tint. Uh, let's see, start game screen. Alright, let's try this. Um, it's an awkward timing problem. I want to make the screen go dark and then do this. Da, 0, 0, 0. So 30 frames. Game screen. What can you do with game screen? I'm guessing you start fade out. Start fade out. And then it's just a time. So if I say 30, which should be about half a second. How do I do set timer again? Let's see. Put a time in here maybe. Oh, it's at the end, I see. Yeah, yep. So it's half a second. Okay. And then at the end, something similar. Set timeout. Half a second again. All right, let's make that 2 so it's immediate. I'm aware that a lot of this is coming down to personal taste now. Where do I even do that again? Oh, that'll be actually in here. Uh, okay, when we're coming back, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we want the fade out here as well. Start fading out. Set the timeout. Getting a little bit caught up here. It's close, but what's the problem? The window's flickering. When we say in event true, we probably also have to hide the windows here. Did I keep that as hide or did I show that again? Yep, still hide. That was very weird behavior. If active time events in an event, if that's not true, then we do that. That looks much better. Wow. And I will actually get rid of the hide, just in case we didn't actually need it. Well, let's try again. Let's take stock of what's actually happened. Okay. Now it's popping up too late, funnily enough. Oh yeah, anything we want to happen in here is good. Yeah, we don't want to do that stuff yet, but we do want to show the player again. Oh, it's looking so much better. Should probably close the window when selected, so let's find that where we select. Okay, let's see, this dot active time window dot close. Okay, looking good. Okay, so what did I call these again? Let's see, love event and hate event. So inside here, we probably want to remove that event. And we'll remove the hate one here. We come back, we don't have any events, we touch this, comes up again. Okay, what happens if we go through both? Now we've got two here, let's do the grr first. And we still have this one. Alright, well, it's done. Is it done? It looks good now, but is it kind of hacky? This bit feels a bit hacky with the set timeouts and stuff. I guess maybe we can have maybe we can have a has watched list. Let's pop in an array and we'll say active time events missed. Okay, so remove is going to be when you miss it. Well, we'll check if it's been watched first. So let's add some. Has watched has missed. So we can say here ID, we'll just return active time events watched dot includes an ID, simple as that. Have they missed it? We'll pass back missed. I guess if they haven't seen it yet, then it would be if it's in neither of these, if neither of these are true. So we can say if has watched, if they haven't watched it, then we can add it to missed. Maybe an end event we can actually, maybe we should pass in a parameter here and say ID equals args ID. If ID exists, then we will add to the watched the ID. So we're just saying if the ID has been passed in and we've not already added this to watch, just in case you've done it by accident and added multiple, then we'll add it to watched. And when we're removing the event, if it's not been added to watched and it's not been added to missed, then we'll add it to missed. So yeah, I guess this is just if has watched. And then you can use this we'll do a conditional branch with a script call. Love event. Those two lovebirds. But if you haven't seen it, you just says who? So we'll need to allow the window access to this. And also we need to save something now that we've added some extra data. Okay, so let's see if we check GER. Oh, ID is not defined. Is that this thing? End event. Oh. Oh. Remove event. I thought I was adding that there. Oh yeah, okay. So it does run remove. Is that it? Is that what was missing? Okay, love event. So we end love event. You know what? Let's get rid of this because we probably should just know which event is running. There's no need to be adding extra tat to this. It's this I want to get rid of, not the other bit. Okay, so there should be an active event or something like that. When we click to start an event, we'll just keep track of that active event. Equals event data.id. Then when we finish the event, ID is equal to active event. Let's see. One, 136. So let's watch Guru first. Still says that. Oh, uh-oh. So that is active during an event, which is not good. Okay, so that's triggering. That's cool. Let's see. Can move is what we're looking for. Is event running? So I guess we only want to allow them to open the window if can move. So this is getting a bit long. Okay, there we go. It locks us out now, although I guess we wouldn't have been able to. Let's see. I'd like this to go away during events and stuff. So let's see if we can just add that in as well. In update. If this dot can move, if can player move does not equal to can move, then we'll update this. And then we'll say if this can player move, if they can't move, we will just maybe we should update visibility as well here. Before we do this, let's say if they can't move, we'll return early and won't do this. So I guess we don't ever check. Okay, so I'm back at it, and I'm trying to figure out a way how to stop showing the window when we're in an event. So I think I might just say if you can't move, instead of just return, we can try that, but also close the window, right? Prompts window close. But then when we come back out, maybe we should set this to -1 again. Because that ensures it will always update on the way back out again. So when we go into this, closes the window and hides that, and then when we come out of this, we'll move on and say, oh, the length has changed, so we should update what's on the screen. That might be a way of doing it. All right, so here we go, talk. We come back out, very nice. So I'm pressing tab. So far, so good. Right, if I touch this to remove the events, it still says it because we've already added it to the watched list. Alright, cool. This might be done then. I just need to save it now that I've changed which scenes have been viewed and which ones haven't. Oh, I'm sure I'll find bugs with this. But this is looking good so far. Yeah, just some things can maybe be tightened up on, just to make sure there's no strange cases. You know, this can move, seems like it's doing the trick for now, but what else is in can move? Maybe something else will break it. If an event is running, yeah. Okay, right, let's just go for it then. Let's just get the save done. So it's these two we need. just take this one, say data manager. Have we done that everywhere? Let's see. Okay, we got the window, got the other window, scene map, game player, data manager. Let's get this in. Const. Okay, so we want to say contents is equal to that. And then we'll say contents dot. I may have to do two things here. If I had a watch list and then a missed list. I guess I need three things. I'm going to assume that this can all be made temporary, that this will all change and shouldn't be saved. But these three, I maybe could have been a little better about this and put them all into one object. All right, let's try. Let's be dangerous. We want to change active time events dot list into active time events dot data dot list. And we're gonna have to do data equals okay, let's change. Right. So now I can do the same thing for dot watched and make it data dot watched. And then do missed. And then I can just save data as active time events. That should be fine. And then return contents at the end. Then we can get rid of this stuff. And then we get our stuff out. So we'll say active time events dot data equals contents dot active time events data. And that might be it. So if I save now, I should have the two options when I reload. Oh, did new game. Okay, reload. I've got the two options. If I watch Love You and leave Gur. So I've just got Gur. I'm going to save again. Only got Gur and yep, okay, so it's saved. Nice one. This was another interesting one because of all the manipulation with scenes and stuff. So let's just go over again what you actually need to do to make this work. Is it worth it? Is it worth it having this? So first of all, you've got to add an event in some way, giving it an ID and name, and then which common event you're going to trigger. And then instead of a race event, you would actually have this only able to run once, I'm guessing. And then you would, that's that done. And then if you want to remove an event because they took too long to view it, you can do it with a plugin call as well, remove event, and then pass in the ID. And then that links to this, which simply changes the location of the player. The plugin will handle making them see-through and untouchable. So all we do is send them to that scene, and then in that scene is where you have an auto run event that you want to remove the event so they can't just keep triggering it. Probably, maybe you do want them to keep triggering it. Maybe it's more of a let's look at past scenes type menu. And then you've got the fade in, which just the plugin fades out, so you want to fade in and then start the event. At the end of the event, you call end event, and that will automatically mark this event as watched. I wonder if end event should automatically remove it. Yeah, if ID exists, just remove the event. That's maybe a good way of doing it. You know what? No. Let's leave the functionality in. That it's up to them if they want to remove it. Because maybe you don't want to remove the event. Maybe you want to allow them to keep watching it, and as the game goes, it makes more sense. Maybe something like that. Or it could be detective game, and that's just a little clue or something watching that. Well, whatever. So yeah, I think this is done. And I think it probably is worth it having it because you don't, all you need to do is fade in and then run your event and then call end event and it'll do all the transfer and stuff for you. Well, it's been a fun one. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what it will be yet.